Today is going to be an absolutely bonkers episode. We have two games, both against Werder Bremen. One of them is in the league. This is the league table to end the season. We could still get Champions League football. And as well as that game against Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, we also have the DFB-Pokal to kick things off today, where we're in the semi-finals. We're 2 games from silverware. Today is episode number 7 of Building Berlin. It's the end of season number 1. And I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Let's get into things. Yes, folks, how is it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Before we get into things today, drop a like on the video. The likes on the videos lately, they've been a little on the lower side for the number of you who are tuning in. I know how difficult it is to scroll down and hit that button. It does genuinely help things out. And well, maybe, just maybe, through the power of likes on YouTube, these youth players are going to develop, because we have had our youth intake since we were last here. Ludwig Demir, the pick of the bunch, 15 years old. Looks like he could be... I've just knocked a glass over. Let's move this off the desk. He does look like he could be absolutely amazing, but at 15, it's hard to project his career just yet. I don't really like the fact he's injury prone, and he's smaller than I am. He is smaller than me and a goalkeeper. I mean, I'm not small, but... yeah, that is a worry. As well as a goalkeeper, a couple of other players worth noting. Fabian Benecki, this guy could be rather good. 15 years old, load of potential, unambitious personality sucks, free determination sucks, but who knows? Maybe he'll develop. I hope he develops. I need to get him tutored. The last of the players through the intake that are worth screaming and shouting about is Giulio Capitello. I've just added letters to his name there. This guy, he must be Italian, right? That's an Italian. He is Italian. But born in Berlin. I digress. Giulio here, 15 years old, could be amazing. Looks like he has some mad potential, but given the preview of our youth intake was so negative, part of me is beginning to wonder, are these star ratings real, or are my youth staff lying to me? Andre Hofschneider, not the best head of youth development in the world. Probably should replace him at the end of the season. I say that. I could replace him now. He's not even in contract. We've got this big end to the season, you know, 2 really important games, and here I am firing my head of youth development ahead of the semi-final. I've got my priorities in order. I've rejigged the wage budget. We've got some to spend. There's a few people here. How many of these guys know ball? Michael Tarnat. Oh, now we could be cooking. We could be... This guy looks very good, doesn't he? I think he might be the one. The other option is Ed. Ed is a balanced personality head of youth development, 14 determination as well, but he is English. So I want to bring my Brexit brethren with me. Ed wants 10,000, but that's not happening, is it? Michael, how much do you want? 5,000. I mean, I might be able to actually negotiate with him, so that's something. Not how I expected the start of today's episode to go, but we might have a new head of youth development for next year. Michael Tarnat, who does actually look rather good, I think. No, he is good. For people wondering about the stuff I was looking at in a head of youth development, we'll turn this into a little tips segment. Head of youth developments, their personality can rub off on players. So if you've got professional personality or good determination or ambition, that can be useful. On top of that, preferred formation dictates some of the positions that will come through. So if you have a head of youth development who likes 3 at the backs, don't expect to get many left or right backs through. Anyway, Michael, welcome to the club. Hopefully he doesn't turn us down. Now, of course, last episode we got a really good result against Wolfsburg, a result that put us back in Champions League contention. Since then, it's not been great. We drew against Stuttgart and followed that up with a defeat against Freiburg. We lost 2-1 in this game. They scored in the 90th minute. I wasn't fine with that. We nearly choked in the DFB-Pokal, taking on Schalke in the division below us. We won on penalties. We did not deserve to win this. I mean, neither team deserved to win. It was an awful game of football. 0-0, shootout went our way. That didn't transpire into any kind of momentum as we lost against Bochum, but to be fair to us, we did manage to beat Borussia Dortmund. This result was massive. We knew in this game that we were probably going to need a result. We had Bayern Munich the following game. If we wanted a chance at Champions League football, we had to make something happen. So when we scored in the first 10 minutes, happy days, I was loving life. Unfortunately, Royce had an effort that hit the post, fell straight to their player. 1-1, 5 minutes left. We needed a goal. Julian Draxler, Undav, Aronson, who's done absolutely nothing for us until that moment there. What a finish. Undav had been in some really good form until this game against Bayern Munich, where he got injured after 27 minutes. He's in on loan, of course, from Brighton. He's now injured, probably for the rest of his loan. So, yeah, that is another striker injured in our team. Just as a refresher, and Gankam, Arp, Undav, now all out. In our most recent game, a really critical result against Mainz. We needed to get a result here, so naturally, away from home, going down a goal after 15 minutes, filled me with some dread. We were lacking some of our starting strikers. Jordan was the man starting up top, and it was Jordan who came to the rescue here. Into the box he was. Roussillon passed it his way. Goal went in, but we still needed another, and Aronson get the statue built for him. He scored against Dortmund to get us a result. Draxler here floats it in. Harrison headed it goalwards. There was a brief pause for VAR, which filled me with dread, but the goal counted, and suddenly, well, Julian Draxler looks like a really good signing. I can't believe I'm saying that aloud. He's got 4 assists in his last 10 games. Our form has been ever so patchy, but it does leave us in a situation now where, whilst we are 7th place, we're pretty much guaranteed European football of some kind, but in the final game of the season, there's a slim chance that we could get Champions League football, and if we beat Werder Bremen, we are guaranteed Europa League football. If we lose, it's probably going to be the Conference League. A few little interesting things to note when you look at the league table. We have the 3rd best away form in the league. In fact, we've only lost 5 games away from home. Unfortunately, our home record is absolutely awful. You know, normally you turn your home stadium into a fortress. Not here in Union Berlin. We don't like playing at home, apparently. We've lost more games at home than away. Also interesting to note, when you look at our league table for the first half of the season, we're in 5th place with 27 points, which, I mean, is good, but with all the turnover of players that we had in the winter, you might have expected us to drop off a little bit, especially with some of the injuries we've had. Incidentally, with 1 game left of the second half of the season, we're only 2 points behind our previous first half of the season's total, so we've been consistently meh through this season. I am, however, going to hope that we can end the season on a bit of a high. Doubleheader, Werder Bremen. I have no opinion on Werder Bremen whatsoever. They are potentially the most inoffensive team in German football. I'm prepared to be offended by them here. If they deny me a DFB-Pokal final and European football in the Europa League, I will be upset. So in terms of team news for this DFB-Pokal semi-final, here is the team we're going with. We're going with the 4-3-3 at home against Werder Bremen. This isn't the league games. This isn't the most important game today, but I would like to win both. In terms of the starting lineup, fairly standard, of course. Injuries to Undav, Arp and Gangkam do mean we're a little light in the final third. Sabachu is going to be playing up top. Draxler has somewhat come into his own as of late, and Aronson has forced himself into first team contention. He's picked up some critical goals for us. Gonna hope maybe he shows up again now. Should acknowledge it as well. Daniel, the hero of last episode, he was crap in the next 2 games. Yeah, he conceded 4 and made 8 saves. That does mean that Rono is back in the first team. He's fine. He's doing a little bit of green in the recent performances. I don't love our goalkeeping situation. Probably something to look at in the summer. Now, of course, if we win this game, we will have the DFB-Pokal final to do in tomorrow's episode. On the flip side, if we lose this game, there might be a transfer special tomorrow, but some people are going to want me to lose because of that. I know what you guys are like. I feel like I should also acknowledge at this point, Bayern Munich are in the other semi-final, so making it to the final would be amazing. We've not beaten them in the league. We're probably going to lose to them in the final, should we make it there. And, well, I needed Aronson to score that goal. He's been in great goal-scoring form. I've started him because he's been taking his chances. That was a golden one. It's not been taken. We do still maybe have a chance here as the ball is whipped back post, and it's Draxler with another assist. I can't believe I'm uttering this. Julian Draxler might need a new contract. He's got like 6 natural fitness and he's injury prone, but that is now his 5th assist since he started playing for us on the regular. I'm actually falling in love with him, and it is a problem. Going to be interesting to see how Werder Bremen respond to this, because they're playing this 5 at the back system. Very, very defensive. Of course, they have got Naby Keita in their team because of the transfer update. He's not injured at the moment. That's a little bit odd. But yeah, this is not a setup that they're currently deploying, which makes me think they're going to score a load. So set pieces might be crucial for them. I'm going to hope they don't get much closer than that one. Roussillon on the far side is going to throw it down to Heinz. Roussillon again, Forsby the goal scorer, the centre defensive mid, one of the best jumpers in the team. We've aimed for him, and well, he is going to aim for Datro Fofana. Cutting inside, goes all the way, and with that, it's 2-0. We could be in a cup final tomorrow. And, well, crucially, does this give us a psychological edge over Werder Bremen, knowing that we're going to play them again in, well, a week's time in the league? I certainly want to believe so. Fofana picked up the ball. Still had a hell of a lot to do, it has to be said. But that That was some finish right there into the bottom corner. Werder Bremen with another set piece. This is like their second highlight of the game. They're only having set piece chances. We have scored a set piece. We need to deal with this one here. Oh my word. Who cleared that off the line? Who was it? It was Aronson, the hero. That was a golden opportunity. I don't know how they've not scored there. We live to fight another day. A 2-0 lead at half-time would be crucial. We could be under a bit of pressure to hold on to that with what remains here. Or maybe, just maybe, there's going to be a chance on the counter-attack for Fana. Jordan. There's a man at the back post. Is that Draxler? I don't think Jordan's going to need him. Jordan goes on his own. It's a ridiculous goal. It's 3-0. This game's done. It's half-time. Stop the count. You play a lot of Football Manager and you start to recognise kind of highlights that are going to result in goals. From this situation here, I did not think Jordan was going to score. When he shot there, I didn't think he was going to score. The keeper didn't even move. It's gone in off the post. It's 3-0. This is Football Manager. So we could absolutely destroy them in this game here, which I don't want to jinx it too soon because there is still 45 minutes. But we could destroy them here and still just bottle it in the league and have a completely different performance. But we've looked absolutely amazing here. I want to embrace it. I want to enjoy it. I want a clean sheet. We're not going to keep it. Keita scores. Half-time, 3-1. I mean, they've had a higher XG, but we've just taken our chances. I told the players I'm far from happy. Half of them are motivated. Fofana and Jordan look like they want to murder me. I'll just take them to a corner and have a nice chat. You're playing brilliantly. They appear unsure. You know what? That's better than them being angry. I want to get carried away here. I want to enjoy myself. But having seen them get one goal before half-time and seeing this highlight here that they've squandered, I have to remind ourselves, we are only 2 goals up. We have already scored one set piece. Forsby at the back post is an absolute mountain of a man. He's there again, heading it just north of the post. I feel like we might need another goal to make this result safe. Right, I do get 5 subs to make here. Da Costa's on a booking. We'll take him off. Laduni, I'm going to bring in for Forsby just because I really don't want to go down a man in this game. Roussillon off for Plattenhardt. I feel like at this point, let's just bring in fresh legs in the midfield. Let's go. Nothing too crazy. Just a load of fresh legs. 23 minutes left. Fresh new midfield. Hopefully, legs are what I needed to see out this game. Jacob with the ball for us. Haberer. Flick. Templeman, fresh off the bench, the right back, gives it forward to Draxler, who's been running the show today, it feels like. Haberer bringing it forward now through the midfield. Wide to Plattenhardt. All the subs linking up with one another. Flick's there. Jordan's there. He hits it. If that's onside, it's a beautiful goal. VAR's going to confirm or deny this. It could be a 4th goal for us. Surely that would be the goal to guarantee this result. Is it going to count? Hold your horses. No. No, it's not. Flick with the ball, wins it back really nicely for us. Dinks it towards Draxler, inside to Jordan. He scores. This one will count. It is 4-1. It is game over. I feel like this season there's been a lot of kind of 1 or 2 goal games that we've been involved in live commentaries. Every so often there's a game with a load of goals that happens here at Union Berlin. We're here for one now in an episode. There could be more to come for Fana. Options in the middle. Jordan puts it through the keeper's legs. I believe that's a hat-trick for him for this game here. It's 5-1. We're in a cup final tomorrow. I'll admit it, 5-1 might flatter us, but to be honest, we were well worth our lead in this game here. Jordan has done absolutely nothing all year until lately. I mean, look at his recent form. He has stepped it up a level. I really need him to step it up in the next game. I hope he saves some goals for the Bundesliga tie against Werder Bremen. Very happy with that result. Now, all go get rested because we've got to do it all again in a few days' time. We actually get awarded £2.4 million for playing in this cup game. That's rather nice. I mentioned the other semi-final, Bayern Munich v Gladbach is that game. Maybe Gladbach can do us a favour, although I think that might be rather ambitious. If we win in this round, the final, we get £2.4 million. Just for appearing in it, we get another £2.4 million. Well, obviously not a team with a load of money, although in the Bundesliga and indeed German football, prize money is rather nice. I mean, we're going to get 50 million plus for our league finish, and obviously a lot of the money that we got this year has just been invested in facilities. This cup run's been a welcome little distraction. Jordan with man of the match, best performance I've seen from him all season. Hopefully, like I already mentioned, he can do it again when we take on Werder Bremen in 10 days' time. I'll be honest, didn't realise it was in 10 days' time. Probably don't need to rest the players as a result. A long and arduous Bundesliga season comes down to this last game. We're taking on Werder Bremen, 10 days' time. I'm going to try and calm down for it. Can we get Champions League football? Probably not. We're going to try our very darndest. At the very least, I want to win. I want Europa League football. I'm a little bit worried that last performance there against Werder Bremen was the performance of the season. The performance that really we should have been saving for this game here. We are at home against Werder Bremen again. 2 other teams we need to worry about in today's final day. Wolfsburg in 5th. Eintracht Frankfurt in 4th. Unfortunately for us, Wolfsburg are taking on Heidenheim, a team who are pretty much guaranteed to be in the relegation playoff game, which incidentally will be against Schalke. Not Hertha Berlin got promoted, I think. Did Hertha? Yeah, Hertha Berlin got promoted. That's annoying. I say it's annoying. Local derby next season should be exciting. The other game that matters is Eintracht Frankfurt versus Mainz. We need Mainz and Heidenheim to do us a favour. We also need to win. The DFB-Pokal final is predictably going to be ourselves against Bayern Munich. That will be in tomorrow's episode. The players have had 10 days of rest. There's been no new injuries to speak of. That is some very, very good news. Unfortunately, as you can see looking at the team, the usual suspects, unfortunately, still unavailable for this game. But given the last performance, obviously, not going to change anything for this game here. And we're going to win 5-1 again. Right? Right, that's how it works, I hope. So we're sticking with the 4-3-3. Interesting to see. Are Werder Bremen playing the same system as last game? Are they going with the monstrosity that is? They are going with the monstrosity that is. We've beaten them once today. I want to believe we can do it again. An early goal would be nice. Unfortunately, 10 minutes played, no highlights. And until now, I've manifested one. 14 minutes gone. It is Gruev with the ball for them. Their centre defensive mid, Agu, caught out in possession. Roussel our left back. A little bit of fullback on fullback action going on here. Roussel could be caught a little out of position up the pitch. Keita through the middle. It's hit goalwards. They've scored. VAR, bail me out. I can see the refs looking at VAR. Can the video ref just give it offside? I think he's onside here. I think they've taken the lead. They have taken the lead. Werder Bremen. It was never going to be as simple as the last game, was it? It was never going to be as simple. It's a good finish. It's a good... I'm not happy. Now, it's worth noting, if we draw this game, that actually doesn't benefit us at all. A draw, we are still guaranteed to finish 7th place and get Europa Conference League football. There's only 5 minutes left of the half. Nothing has happened so far. We've had some shots, but the XG total on them is pitiful. That said, maybe an opportunity here. Jordan, the hero of the last game, pulls it back to Alex Scott. Fofana's there for the rebound. Fofana's going to find the back of the net. Jordan turned his man, the number 9, looked up, laid it to Scott. His effort was saved, but it fell straight to that man, Datro Fofana, in on loan from Chelsea. They don't want to loan him back to me for the coming year. I don't know what we're going to do without him. Panic is probably the answer. He's been a rather important player for our team this year. He's given us a chance and a route back into this game, but we've still got to make something happen here. Friedel, back to Piper. Gruev with the ball for them. Werder Bremen looking to respond immediately, knocking it round the back. Agu turns his man, beats Roussel far too easily. Agu into middle, his cross is blocked. Defensively, we're not communicating. Young now with the ball for them. He hits it goalwards, and well, we were back in the game for 60 seconds, if that. I just knew it. I just knew after the performance we put in the first game, you know, the cup semi-final, we were never going to be able to match that again. Werder Bremen, a very different game this time around. A very different team we're coming up against this time around. It's 2-1 at the break. They've had 2 shots on target. They've both gone in. I'm not throwing a water bottle. Not that angry. I'm just going to tell the players they've been terrible. I feel like we've got to go for it in this second half. We're going to need a minimum of 2 goals. So with that in mind, I am just going to change things up. We are going to go a wee bit more attacking. In terms of in possession, more direct. I want us to try and work the ball into the box as well. In that game, or that half rather, in this game, we've just had far too many shots from range. Our XG is really low for the total number of shots we've had. Da Costa back to Rono. 7 minutes into the half. We need a minimum of 2 goals here. We're looking to go long. Jordan wins his header, nods it down to Fofana. Fofana, what can you do? Skips past his man, forgets the ball exists. But we're looking to press high and up the pitch here. Of course, with a centre attack in mid, we are going to limit their ability to play out from the back. And, well, Fofana got the ball in a great area. Should have done better. I have just noticed Wolfsburg 2-0 up in their game. So, no matter what, we're not getting Champions League football. That dream has probably died. This game now is all about just trying to beat Werder Bremen. If we draw against them, we don't go above them. If we beat them, we do go above them. We need a goal. We need a hero. We need Julian Draxler to put better balls into the box than that. Roussel at left back, bringing out the ball. What can you do, my French little friend? Mon ami! Alley! Ball forward. Jordan. Can he finish it? One-on-one. Puts it onto the keeper. It's his 14th goal of the season. It's only 11 minutes played in this second half. This game is not done yet. Who was it who played the ball forward to him here? This pass here, I think it was Alex Scott. Absolutely sensational. That's a ridiculous pass. The finish as well was really good, actually. Under the keeper. Cool, calm, collected. It's 2-2. We do still need another goal in this game. I'm going to go for the shouty shouter to man more. I'm going to make some changes as well. Draxler off. Gruder. On you come. Brian Gruder. Brought him in for £4.5 million. He's been developing a lot. I need to see something special from him today. In the midfield, we've been lacking a little bit. I'm going to bring in Laduni. I'm also going to bring in Flick for Forsby, who's on a booking. DeCosta's on a booking as well. Templeman, on you come. 4 subs made, 20 minutes left. I don't want to roll the dice too soon here, but there's going to come a point where we know we need a goal to finish ahead of Werder Bremen, and I'm going to have to commit men forward. But we've looked good in this second half. We've looked good in this game as a whole, and while we might have a chance here, Gruder, the youngster, skips past his man, pulls the trigger just over the crossbar. We've been by far and away the better team in this game. You wouldn't know that looking at the scoreline, however, and time is getting away from us here. We need to get the ball forward, get rid of work the ball into the box. We're going to go more direct with it. In transition, distribute it quickly to the flanks, out of possession. We've been sitting deep, we've been patient, now we have to get stuck in. Now we need to work hard for the last few minutes in this game. We are looking for an all-important goal. There is 3 minutes, a draw is not enough here. We have to score, we need to see something, we're seeing something. It's not what we want to see though, it's a set piece that's headed towards Rono. He's going to collect, and now I'm sat here thinking, please say that wasn't the highlight. Please say there is something to happen here. Fofana, Jordan flicks the ball onto him. He's going forward. He pulls the trigger. It deflects straight into the hands of Pavlenka. And that might have been the chance there, unless everyone, there's one last twist. 45 seconds left here. Roussillon wins a header. Flicks it on. It's in his name. With Werder Bremen here. They just need to see out the game. They know that the task is done here. I think the player was offside for them. Rono, 30 seconds, mate. We need to get the ball forward. Roussillon, Heinz, Flick. I mean, this building out from the back's lovely. We have to get it forward. Fofana flicks it on. Keeper's coming out for it. Why are we not pressing? Why are we not closing him down? The ball's gifted to Fofana. Keeper's off his line. Fofana. Options in the middle. Scott's one of them. Edge of the box. Laduni. Surely not. It's gone off the defender. It's a corner with, well, no time left. This is going to be the last highlight of the game. Gruder over the corner. We have to score. We need a miracle, a goal here. Europa League football. Can we make something happen? Flick heads it straight into the keeper's hands. And I mean, look at the late pressure. Look at the XG story. It's a cruel story. But it's a story that ultimately is going to end in disappointment. In this game here, we drew. You can see Frankfurt drew against Mainz. So no matter what happened, we wouldn't have got Champions League football. But with the draw there, we maintain our spot ahead of Dortmund, which, I mean, if at the start of the season you told me we were going to finish ahead of Dortmund, I would have bitten your hand off for it. But knowing that we could have finished as high as 5th, it's hard not to feel disappointed. Now, to be fair, we are given £53 million. What it does mean is that the stakes for the cup final are even bigger, because in the DFB-Pokal, the winner gets Europa League football. So there is still a chance that despite losing against Werder Bremen in the league, that we could steal their spot in the Europa League and they'd go into the Conference League, which, I mean, I would quite enjoy. In order to do that, though, we have to wait 3 weeks, and for next episode, where we're taking on Thomas Tuchel's Bayern Munich side to end the season. With a media prediction of 12th, we have finished 7th. We have guaranteed ourselves European football. I feel like there's some positives to take there. Next time out, we are going to have an absolutely massive cup final. Make sure to come back for that one. Hopefully you guys are excited for it. Hopefully I'll see you guys for that one. Until next time, take things easy. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you all in a bit. I'm out.